We kick things off with a blast from the past as Tommy Sherman, an old student, returns to have a goalpost named in his honor. This guy was quite the athletics legend back in the day. Touchdowns, waving at crowds, and even waking up from a coma to win a state championship.
And wham!
Of course, Daria definitely has some thoughts about this whole situation, and she shares her sarcastic thoughts about Tommy's past and his expected future life. But hold up! It turns out Tommy isn't a hero at all. He struts around the school halls, making blunt propositions to Brittany. Basically, he's a real dirtbag. And then proceeds to insult our boys Kevin and Mac. Daria witnesses this lame behavior and can't hold back. She lets loose and puts Tommy in his place after he was rudely leaning on her locker.
So you must have worked very hard to become such a colossal jerk so quickly.
Daria stands her ground, but before you know it, Tommy fires back with a classic insult.
You're a loser.
AKA, the misery chick. Tommy heads to the football field for the ceremony. Daria is still irritated that this jerk is being treated like a hero. And what does Jane casually say? Maybe he won't live that long. Yikes. As if things couldn't get any crazier, right on cue, as fate would have it, the goalpost crashes down on Tommy. I guess you could say he scored his final touchdown. Too soon? Oh, whatever. The event leaves Daria with mixed emotions. It's unfortunate that this guy will forever be remembered a hero. It's sad that he died, but he was also a high-level jerk. After Tommy's unfortunate demise, Lawndale High is abuzz with reactions. Mrs. Lee takes the stage at a student assembly and showers praise on Tommy, while Kevin can't hold back his tears during the ceremony. Emotions are running high in the aftermath of the tragedy. Meanwhile, Daria finds herself in an unusual spot. Her classmates and even a teacher start bombarding her with unwanted attention.
Gee, I hope this won't lower your opinion of me.
Come on. How much lower could it get?
They see her as the resident expert on all things gloomy and depressed. They assume she understands death-related subjects. But Daria surprises everyone. Despite her unease with this new role, she actually steps up and consoles not only Kevin and Brittany, but also Mr. O'Neill and even Quinn. Who knew? While Daria tries her best to navigate these unwanted interactions, there's one person who seems to be avoiding her, Jane. Later, Daria calls Jane and things are awkward. Jane isn't handling things well, but she doesn't come out and say that. Finally fed up with Jane's absences, Daria decides to pay her friend a little visit. Over at the Lanes, she has a quick convo with Trent, where he reveals that he and Tommy were classmates, but they didn't have much of a relationship. Daria also finds out that Jane's been avoiding her like the plague.
Oh, hi.
Up in Jane's room, things get a bit awkward at first. Jane feels guilty for saying that maybe Tommy might die. Then he did. She wrongly assumes that Daria isn't upset about what happened, and that's when Daria opens up. She tells Jane that her words were obviously not responsible for Tommy's death. They both agree that it is terrible that he died. They also both agree that he was kind of trash as a person. Daria's irritated that people keep assuming that she's miserable and therefore knows what to do in these sorts of situations, when she isn't miserable at all. She just doesn't present like everyone else. It's a pretty valid complaint. Jane and Daria come to an understanding, and it was a good talk. As the days go by, Daria's wisdom shines through once again. When faced with a question about Tennyson's "better to have loved and lost" quote, she lays it down like only she can. She says that realizing life is both good and painful is being realistic, not miserable. Pain is better than feeling nothing at all. Soon enough, things start to return to normal at Lawndale High. But that doesn't stop a few stragglers from approaching Daria. And this time it's Sandy asking about her cat, Fluffy. And guess what? Daria is ready. She demands a cash payment in advance before delivering her blunt yet effective advice. Get your money, girl. Totally get it. And just like that, we we've reached the end of Daria in The Misery Chick, an episode filled with inflated egos, epic comebacks with a dash of karma. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for future recaps. Until next time, remember, keep it snarky and watch out for those goalposts.